Okay, hey guys, I am back with another video, and I'm gonna try not to make this too long. And maybe it'll be a series of me just like setting up for 2026. So I said I wasn't, and then I am. I did. Um, Originally, I said I was going to use the spiral planner. Let me grab that because I wanted to switch from ring bound planning this year. And so I said I was going to just use this. It came in one of the subscription boxes from Cloth and Paper, but originally I wanted to go back to disc bound planning since I'm a happy planner girl. And so I wanted to get into disc bound and I wanted it to have a luxe cover. And so we have decided on the half letter disc bound planner system for 2026. And so that is just what we're going to be doing. So I didn't want her to be too thick, so I'm not using plastic dividers in my planner this year. I'm going to use these sticker dividers. And I think it'll just look cleaner anyway. So I only have January, February, and March in here. So I'm going to just add those stickers. And I kind of already tabbed it a little bit, excuse me, with where I kind of want those stickers to kind of sit. So there's, some space in between. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to add some other things to our planner. And that'll be sort of our first like setup video. I like these little circle things kind of sticking out. We'll do something like that. Have like a little layering moment. So this is January. Oh, these are nice because they're kind of thick. This is going to be my first time working with these. I do have the leathery ones that came in a sub box, I believe. So I'm just going to go pretty high up here and just kind of make my own little divider. Okay, that's cute. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let's do February. And I went totally different this year than any other. So I'm doing half letter size planner. I've never been in a half letter size planner before. And I am doing the style of planning the style of my inserts is the admin style. So it's Monday through Sunday, kind of in a block, and then it's your to-do list and your habit tracker. This is what sold me. And then there's just like a blank page, which here, because I'm more of a like vision board kind of person, like I like stickers and inspiration and all those types of things. And so I did this year, I'm getting up again so I can show you my planner insert. So I'm currently in the ring style, the A5 ring style. And I did something that I've never done this year too. I went with the hourly blocks. And I liked it. Didn't love it, but liked it. So I'm not gonna stick with it. I'm usually a horizontal girl. Even in the happy planner, I liked the horizontal planner. So I'm happy that this kind of gives me horizontal again, right? But it gives me like habit tracker, which is I really need a habit tracker. And I need to remember to track my habits. And then I like having this page here to kind of make it so if I wanted to do some hourly stuff over here, if that's the jam, if I've got some hard deadlines or something that I'm working on, there's just some options that I have to kind of play around. So I'm excited to challenge myself in that way. So this planner system is totally new for me. Which, you know, sometimes we just gotta shake things up a little bit. So let's do February. I feel like 2026 is going to be a general year of, I want to kind of measure this up against this. I feel like 2026 is going to be a year of like newness for me. While we're chatting and kind of setting up the planner, I put that on Cricut. Hold on, let me pay attention, y'all. I have a practice of picking one little word to kind of carry me through. This is really crooked and it's going to bother me. Hold on. Please hold. And now I'm like picking up the paper. Let me just get this right. My precise eye here. Okay. I don't really set New Year resolutions. I pick one little word that kind of carries me through the year. And it's really like I've been doing this practice of picking one little word since 2018, I think is when I started it. 2016 maybe. Somewhere around there. 2016, 2017, somewhere in there. And it's kind of turned into, I didn't like think of it like this when I first started doing it, but it's kind of turned into like a manifestation tool. Because what I have found that happens is, sorry, I was looking for the February page. It's over here. What I have found is whatever word I pick, I like call in opportunities to be challenged in whatever area or arena, you know, so that I have the opportunity to practice, like walk out the word. So for example, I think it was 2022, my word was surrender. I was called to the word. At the time, I didn't really know why, but when I was just thinking about my one little word, the word surrender just kept coming up. And the song, like, I Surrender All, just kept replaying in my head. And I was just kind of like, all right, well, I guess the word is surrender. And that year, 2022, was like, I found myself in a lot of situations that were out of my control. And you know how you just have things that like the evidence supports that this is going to work out seamlessly and it just doesn't? And like how frustrating that can be. Oh, I think I have April in here too. Okay. We can do April. So February, March, and April. So I have 4 months in here. I usually just do 3, but it's okay. Since I already have the pages in here, we'll just do it. So yeah, 2022, the word was surrender. And I had water damage in my home, was fighting with like my HOA. HOAs suck, by the way. If you are looking to buy a home, do not buy one with an HOA. Okay, just take it from me. But fighting with my HOA, there were just situations where all I could do is surrender, or it was like until I didn't see change in my life until I surrendered to God. Like nothing moved until I got to the end of myself and threw my hands up and surrendered the situation totally. Then, like, I'm telling you guys, like the Red Sea would part. Like doors would fling open as soon as I surrendered. One year, my word, I don't remember what year this was, but one year, my one little word was creativity. And this was, maybe it was 2021. Maybe it was 2021. My word was creativity. I don't know. I'll have to look at my list. But anyway, I accepted a position as a professor. Yeah, it was 2021. Accepted a position as a professor, which is like my dream job. But I found it really overwhelming and just a lot. And it wasn't until I thought about tapping into, like, instead of being married to how things should go, I tapped into, relying on just what comes naturally to me, like in my intellect, in the way that I teach, the way that I show up for people that I'm training and cultivating and developing and pouring into. Like, it was almost like, you have this thought process for a reason. It's your unique creativity. And so until you lean into that, you're going to have a hard time. And when I started leaning into it, again, the Red Sea parted, doors flung open, and everything was good. So my one little word for 2026 is harmony. And it's because I just really, let me pause here parenthetically. I'm going to add my annual, I don't know what this is called, but it's the fold out calendar, like year at a glance, but it folds out. And I mentioned in another video, this is what I actually use to track PTO. And like, I'll plug in everybody's birthday. I'll plug in like things that I know about, like trips that I already have planned, or just things that are already calendared, and it helps me to kind of look at it so I am like not overwhelmed by anything. Do I have my other planner by? I'm gonna get up and get it. I like to have this toward the front of my planner, like right behind like the intro pages. Which, where are the intro pages? Oh, here we go. I got some other stuff in front of it. What did I do? Oh, this is just, okay, we can take this out. We don't need this page. And then, so actually, I like the this planner belongs to in the front. Write my name really pretty. I usually add like stickers and all kinds of stuff. And then I'll do like a, well, actually, I kind of want this to be in the front, like right in the front. And I use these, goodness, where are they? I feel like I'm all over the place in this video. But I'll use like stickers like this, like clear ones though, to kind of map out stuff on there, or the raised stickers that Cloth and Paper has. I like to use those on there. I'll show you in my other planner that's already done. So we'll put the fold out one here right before we get to our quarterly breakdowns. I love these. We'll do the fold out here, and then I just kind of flip it the other way for the year. I love this thing. Okay, so we added that. We can throw those away. We've added our tabs. I got the finance inserts, the budget ones. So we need to put those in there. And then we're going to need a dashboard to kind of separate the calendar from the finance part. And I like to leave these pages in here so my pages don't get messed up. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna grab something else. I think we need a little dashboard situation. So this is actually a Happy Planner mini dashboard set. But I want something a little bit thicker, because I have these dividers in here already from the Black Friday sale. So I'm going to put some kind of labels on top of these too. But I think for finance, I want to separate this even further. These are a little bit thicker than that. So I think I want to do something like that. Oh no, I can do my velvet dividers. Hold on. Hold that thought. See, this is this is how true like planner setups go. Like, they are not seamless. You like pick around with stuff, you get it set up, and then you change it. Anyhow, so one little word, that's what we're talking about. And these are the new, like a newer version of the finance inserts. So let me just get acquainted here a little bit. This looks the same. And then, okay, so we got weekly expense log. Okay, so it's weekly expense log. But then where's just the monthly? Oh, this is the monthly budget. And then it gets reoccurring payments, bills, and subscriptions. And then a weekly expense logs. Okay, how many of everything do we have? And then monthly savings is on the back of this weekly expense log. And then we have the monthly reflection.